Welcome everyone here to the opening episode of the Church and Sport podcast. Here I have no one other than Scott Frey, my father, to join our show in this one to open us up for this new podcast. And Dad, if you want to introduce yourself.
Sure. Thanks, man. Thanks for having me. Just as far as introducing myself, growing up in a Christian home, blessed with two great parents, leading the way, and became a believer in Jesus really early on in my life and continue to follow him currently now. Other than that, sports-wise, obviously, I grew up playing a ton of sports. I have an older brother that enjoyed pounding me as we played through the years. But in general, I've been blessed to play three different sports, baseball, basketball, and golf all the way through college. Great teammates, great teams, and just great friendships that last a lifetime.
Yeah, that's awesome. You went to WLC, and that's where Kenley and Griffin are at, my siblings right now. And that's a great school and a great background, and we'll get to more of how it shaped you as a person later on here in this episode. Let's start off with topic number one, the connection of church and sport in more of a deeper level. And question for you right away, Dad, I'll refer you as Dad for this episode. Going throughout your playing career, where do you think you faced the most trials when it came to, the strength? Have you been able to figure out certain times in your life where it's been a struggle?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the amount of games being played throughout, obviously junior high, elementary school, high school, college, throughout that process, there's some tough situations that you're going to be in. There's going to be situations where, you're playing maybe shorthanded, or you're in a situation where, you don't have your full guns that you have with playing a game. You're either on the road and you're dealing with tough situations there.
Sure.
Just how you handle yourself is a big key. When everything doesn't go your way, you got to really, hopefully be mature about it and understand and work through those situations, continue with great sportsmanship, and just, play for the Lord and get after it and do the best you can in those tough situations when, you might not have a full deck when you're playing.
Yeah, you were blessed to go to a Lutheran college, and throughout, that upbringing into the Lutheran college, how did that, during that time there, was there anyone, you guys were very successful as a team, throughout your years there, being busy with, church, school, and sport and everything along those lines. Was there anyone that, really helped you stay accountable in your faith throughout that time?
Yeah, definitely, having great friends, great roommates, great friends, great teammates. It's something that not only at that time, but just growing with those friendships throughout the rest of your life, the importance of that. Obviously parents as well too, being held accountable with your parents, and, you're out there playing for your family and just enjoying the time. But yeah, those, the teammates, the friendships, relationships are so important, not only in playing sports, but, your everyday life of, what you do with your family and how you handle friends and where you are with your church and all those types of things. So definitely.
Awesome. And we'll get to the father figure part here, raising, I almost said the wrong amount of kids, but you had 3 girls and 2 boys, and, raising them as a father is not easy. That's for sure. Tell us, what you've learned as an athlete and as a Christian man that's helped you become, the father that you are today, and, helping raise children?
Yeah, obviously your faith is the biggest important piece of that. Leading with your faith, with your family, faith, family, and friends. Just kind of like in that order as far as just the importance of what's going on.
Sure.
I mean, you can obviously you can lead your team while you're playing sport and doing that stuff, and you want to do the exact same thing when you're leading your family the important way. Just show them, how important faith is and prayer and those types of things. So a lot goes on during sports, and there's lots of different twists and turns, and just like it is with a family of 7 of us and 5 kids, and not every kid is the same, and there's a lot of different things going on with with whatever. You just gotta learn from each situation and what happens, and but all just a great blessing to who we are as a family, and couldn't be more blessed with the family.
Sure. Do you have any Bible passages about what's helped you raise the family that you have?
A couple different things I thought about with the passages. Proverbs 3:5 talks about trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, because there's no way you can do all this by yourself. For sure. There's, if you think you're, the tough cookie and can handle it, it's you're going to collapse pretty quickly if you don't have the trust in the Lord. Another one, big one, Romans 12:12. It'll be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer. Again, I heard a message this past Sunday about prayer and the importance of prayer. Even looking back to my parents, the importance of prayer, they continue to pray for me, even obviously now, and then throughout my whole, upbringing, and to just, really see it now as an adult, how important it was, and, what they did. And, thinking about playing sports for, if I'm 50 now, almost 45 years, and not having any crazy serious injuries because of just faithful prayer from my parents and family and those types of things. So that's important. Prayer is, you can't pray enough for your family, for, your friends, and for everything else out there. So that's a big one.
Yeah, I can confirm at the age of 50, he's still on the basketball court. Still play with him now. And then finally, my last question for you today, Father, the most importance of providing a Christian education is a top priority in your life of raising your children. How have you seen that decision evolve throughout, our lives as your kids?
Yeah, it's been very important. Obviously, me and your mom are very, big on the Christian education. So much good out of it. So many good options there as far as faith-based education. Just thinking about, public schools back in the day when I actually did go to public school, and it worked out fine with me. Today I'd maybe think a little bit different just as far as what the direction that public schools are going. So
sure,
the importance of that and our family, and just again, obviously we want to lead our home by the Lord and with our faith, and to be able to continue to get that in an education as well too is a big piece of what we do as a family.
Awesome. And then just one final question for you. This is kind of just out of the blue, but I was thinking about it. So having, the teammates and the roommates you had in college, I know you guys are still close today. How have you as a group together have, kept each other's faith strong throughout trials? Because I know you've, told me there's been, a couple instances as of the last couple years where you guys are dealing through, loss and things like that. How do you guys keep each other as teammates and as, lifelong friends, close to the faith?
Yeah, staying in contact is big. Obviously, with all our roommates, we all got big families now. We all got a lot going on. It's not the easiest thing in the world now. The environment now with everything going on, it's tough to stay in contact. So to be intentional about, making things either, hey, let's go out to dinner. Let's spend some time together. Let's, if we can, obviously one of the roommates is a little bit further away, a little bit harder, but definitely, we have those opportunities to continue to see them and be a part of their lives and support, during trials of family and losses and all those types of things. But the importance of friendships and relationships and those things are important, when you're going through some tough times, just to be there for them and really enjoy the time together. And that's what we try and continue to do, even when we're farther away or we're dealing with all kinds of family fun and those types of things. So definitely stay in contact. Relationships are extremely important, and we want to continue to foster those and continue to, just enjoy those friendships.
Sure. Awesome. Well, thanks, Dad, for joining the show and to start off this new podcast. And I can't wait where this podcast is going to end up going to. It's going to reach many other people, I think, around the sports world, and trying to figure out how to balance between sport and church. And thanks, Dad, for your time, and I'll catch you up later.